First off, thank you to everyone who watched, shared, commented on, and reached out after my video last week explaining what a DBE business is and how that designation connects to Harry Reid International Airport. Across platforms, that video has now reached more than 10,000 views in just over a week. That tells me something very important. People are paying attention, and if you've not seen it yet, I will link it below. Right now, approximately 400 workers inside Harry Reid International are waiting as negotiations continue between the Culinary and Bartenders Union and the legal representatives for the DBE operators and their associated airport businesses. And while that negotiation continues, I want to talk about something most travelers already understand: airport pricing. We all kind of laugh it off. We joke about it. We roll our eyes. We say, well, that's the airport. It's its own ecosystem. Nobody's thrilled about what they pay, but most people accept it because they are traveling and they're stuck behind security and they do not have many other options. But let's look at what it really means. The graphic you are seeing here in front of me reflects real pricing from a popular food establishment in the Seagates. A double bacon cheeseburger with fries and a double Cadillac margarita comes out to about $61. Really? Now, is that an indulgent meal? Sure, some people will say. Well, nobody has to buy that, and that's fair. But here's the part people often miss. Workers like us are trained to suggest those items. We are trained to upsell. We are trained to explain the value. We are trained to offer the second shot, the premium pour, the larger drink, the full airport experience. That is part of the business model. That is part of how revenue is generated inside the airport. And in many cases, guests do buy those items. So the question becomes this: if the business model can support $61 for one burger, fries, and a margarita, what should the workers who create, sell, serve, clean, stock, carry, prepare, and deliver that experience be worth? At the current server wage for many of the DBE workers, that $61 purchase represents roughly 4 hours of work. That is about 10% of a 40-hour work week for one meal and one adult beverage. For the bartender making that double Cadillac margarita, the drink alone can cost around $34. That is more than double some workers' hourly wage. And let me be clear, this is not about attacking the product. That burger may very be one of the best options in Seagates. That margarita uses premium ingredients: fresh squeezed lime, quality tequila, proper presentation. Say it with me: Grand Marnier. We are proud of the food and drinks we serve. We are proud of the work we do. But what is hard to understand is how the same system that depends on that level of service, that level of professionalism, and that level of salesmanship can still leave workers fighting for wages, benefits, job protections, and contract language that reflect the value we bring. I understand that no business owner naturally wants expenses to go up. I understand that negotiations are complicated. I understand that there are attorneys, operators, contracts, margins, leases, and plenty of moving parts involved. But from the workers' side, this has gone on for a long time. We are now nearly 6 months into the current round of negotiations after being out of contract for almost 5 years. And the workers that are still standing firm on the things that matter: fair wages, health benefits, successor language, job protections, and technology language that protects workers as the airport continues to change. This is not about asking for something unreasonable. This is about asking whether people who help make the airport run every single day should be able to participate fairly in the value they help create. Because the airport does not run on logos. It does not run on menus. It does not run on concession contracts alone. It runs on cooks, servers, bartenders, bussers, cashiers, dishwashers, porters, barbacks, hosts, and every worker who shows up before sunrise and after midnight on holidays, during delays, during conventions, during rushes, and during the moments travelers never see. So when we talk about the airport pricing, maybe we should also talk about the airport value. And when we talk about the value of that burger, that drink, that service, and that guest experience, we should also be willing to talk about the value of people who make it possible. My name is Chris, and apparently I like to make TikToks. Have a fantastic day.